Each week we bring you stories of student athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in sports and in school.
Taylor, tonight we have the incredible story of a mysterious injury plaguing a Peninsula soccer star and how she survived to play once again this season. Last April, on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, Jessica Parquet was playing soccer in her club championship game. With just 2 minutes left and a victory on the horizon, Jessica was kneed in the stomach. As Jessica laid curled up on the sideline waiting for the paramedics, it was just the start of the misery and pain Jessica was about to endure.
And I was actually going up to my grandpa's house for his 75th birthday. He lives in Sacramento, and that's when it just got like the worst. I started throwing up. I couldn't keep anything down anymore.
After 2 terrible and excruciating weeks, 2 doctor visits, the pain became unbearable. Jessica was rushed back to the emergency room for a CAT scan.
The first diagnosis was that I had a bruised sternum. And then the second one is that I had a bleeding spleen and the blood would be absorbed and I would be fine. And then the third one, which was the correct one, is that my pancreas duct had broken in half and the fluid that runs through there was bleeding into like my body cavity.
She was in there for about 6.5 hours, and it was probably the longest 6.5 hours of our life. But then when the doctor came out, she had told us that it was life-threatening, and it was sort of hard to take.
Jessica spent 17 long days in the hospital, lost her spleen, and had 30% of her pancreas removed. Doctors could not tell Jessica if she would ever play soccer again.
It was very scary. I always heard of other people getting hurt and like being in the hospital for so long, but I never thought that it would actually happen to me.
I stayed with her most of the time, but she was never alone at the hospital, not even for a minute. I mean, there was somebody there every minute of the whole time she was there.
3.5 months later, Jessica's surgeon cleared her to start training. With her senior year on the horizon, all Jessica wanted was to be on the field with her Notre Dame Belmont teammates.
Seeing her come back, we were all a little nervous for her, because we expect so much out of her, since her freshman year we played together. So, but she came back stronger than ever, and she's always out there working hard.
I think the fact that she was able to come back mentally and play, and WCL is one of the hardest leagues in Northern California. For her to come out and do that, I think shows her mental strength.
Jessica is headed to UC Santa Barbara to play soccer on scholarship next season. The feeling of being back on the field and asked to play at the next level has not only Jessica feeling proud, but also her family.
Very proud. It makes me cry. Very, very proud. She worked hard.
Like 5-6 months ago, I didn't know if I would ever play again. So it's just the gift of actually playing.
Jessica Parquet is not only a standout athlete, but she is a courageous person. She continues to tear it up on the field despite this life-threatening injury. We will see Jessica in action later in the show. When I saw her play in her game this week, she is definitely a star player and a great addition to that UC Santa Barbara team.
Very much so. Very good. We'll see you in Santa Barbara next year.